When Atlanta's growing reputation as the nation's fintech capital just got another big boost. A new 12-week innovation accelerator is investing $100,000 each into 5 local startups. Everything from apps that help immigrant-owned businesses manage payments to AI-powered luxury assistance tools. With more on this investment, we bring in Keena Pierre, Managing Director for Pinnacle Atlanta Innovation Accelerator. Keena, good to have you here with us this morning on The Take. Okay, so what's behind this vision? This is a really bold vision, creating a fintech accelerator right here in Atlanta. What's this all about?
Well, the FinTech Accelerator that we just launched is powered by Generator, which is who I'm working for, and the investor is Pinnacle. So we're partnering with Pinnacle Financial, who's had a long time reputation of investing in doing community-based investment and lending, powered by Generator, who's been around for quite some time, investing venture capital by way of the accelerator model. Why Atlanta? I would say for so many obvious reasons. Over 70% of the U.S. transactions, payment transactions that are processed in the United States actually are processed here in Atlanta. A lot of people don't know that. And that's why Atlanta is coined as Transaction Alley. So this coming at the time that it is in Atlanta, it is actually almost a no-brainer for us to launch it at this time.
I love it. And the program, Keena, is housed inside the Pierre Center, which opened just earlier this year. How does that particular location tie into the mission of economic opportunity and equity overall?
In every way, down to the community that it resides in. You're right, just steps away from the AUC, the Atlanta University Center, and you also directly next door to the Gathering Spot. The Gathering Spot has been a long time spot for the last few years for all things that are that's coming through Atlanta, whether it be politics, investments, and just the entire investment and entrepreneur ecosystem right next door.
Yeah, I've been there several times myself. Okay, so tell us about the startups, these 5 startups who got selected for this. What stood out about them and their ideas?
Well, it's with fintech. A lot of the core of fintech is a lot of it is payments processing. But what for the selection for me, or what the selection criteria entailed, it was the location and proximity to Atlanta. We wanted companies that were in the Atlanta metro area. That was very key. But also, what stood out about these companies is the problems that they were solving. We have a company such as Billseye. Billseye is payments processing. Put a button on your screen where you can collect. You take a phone call if you're an attorney, and you can actually track your billing and track your payment just by a button that shows up on your screen. So that's innovation. So it's innovating something that is a billing model that has gone on for quite some time, but it's bringing innovation to that space. We have a company such as Guala that is tapping into micro sellers. These are those influencer markets that many of them are unbanked, but they are generating lots of revenue, and so it's tapping into that market. We have Pagarva that's tapping into the immigrant-based market for merchants. Lux AI, which is coming in to do concierge for loyalty points. So when you look at all them together, and as well as the blended app, which is the app that's helping divorced parents be able to communicate and actually make payments to one another for the needs of the children and their households. So these are all things that are solving some really interesting problems that we have and doing it in a very innovative way.
Yeah, I love how you all make those selections. So each of these startups, they get $100,000, but I love that they also get mentorship. What types of real world support are they also walking away with after these 12 weeks?
It's 12 weeks of, and what I say is that we throw everything in but the kitchen sink. So they're getting mentorship on a weekly basis. They're exposed over the period of this accelerator to over 60 mentors that's in the fintech space, that's also in the space to allow them to be able to do potential partnerships in the future. Additionally, they will be exposed to 40 investors. So they're getting mentorship, they're getting investors, they're doing one-to-one weekly strategy sessions twice a week with me. So we've opened up the Generator network, my own network, as well as the network of our partners at Pinnacle, and even one of our other partners with Tarkenton. So they're getting a lot of support that in a 12-week intensified time frame is very rare for a startup to get.
Yeah, that access is so important.
Yeah.
All right, before you go, I do want to ask you this. What type of success, or what do you think success will look like for this first cohort, let's say 6 months from now?
Yeah, so 6 months from now, we're looking at, I think success would be you're able to go in and not just download the app, because the apps are all live right now currently, but success would be strong partnerships. For some of these startups, there are partnerships that they're looking for with actual banks. So it would be a slam dunk to have those partnerships with Pinnacle or with other banks as well. For others, we would see success. That could even be conversations around mergers. When we look at success in the venture capital space, we look at acquisitions, we look at mergers, we look at companies that are ripe and prepared for that next step.
Yeah, we'll be following up. I'd love to see how that all plays out. Keena Pierre, thank you so much. We appreciate it.